returning to Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be intimidating. Luckily, there are a lot of great creators out there who provide helpful content. But this is my journey. While getting back into the game is mostly expensive, I'm doing it the smart way.
And buy the singles!
This series is dedicated to building a competitive deck, but only with singles and on a mightily small budget. €2.50 per week. Welcome to Yugioh-Heroes. Well, hello there my fellow gentle nerds. This is Echo again for episode 14 of Yugioh-Heroes. It's Monday, my dudes. Yes, normally it's Wednesday, my dudes, but we are going live on Monday. You got the announcement for Soyi for my tournament last Saturday, I think. So that's coming up this week as well. That's very exciting. I'm always going to play with the episode 13 deck. Everyone had to submit their deck lists that were kept at episode 15. So it's maximum episode 15 decks. So it's not as overpowered as it could be, because there are some people looking at TCG Wolf at episode 25 right now. So that's something. Because of that, I didn't want there to be an imbalance. Just wanted to clarify that beforehand. Other than that, episode 14 of Yugioh-Heroes, we are going to make some changes for the side deck, which has been neglected for the most part. Well, we just moved some cards around here and there, but this time we are going to get some cards that are actually good for the side deck, I hope. And we were going to test some stuff out. I got a few structure deck Spirit Charmers for myself mostly, but I could take the cards out for the deck, bonked into my microphone there. And I'm going to use the normal price that they are going as singles. Just because I got the decks doesn't mean I don't have to pay them. Still going to be an episode. I think it's going to be a cheap one compared to others, but I think that can go into next week's budget. I'm not sure what I'm going to get, but I have something in mind. We will see if that works out. Other than that, I will go straight into the opening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Okay, guys. This week I would like to say it's exciting, and it is probably not. I can tell you we did some major side deck changes, and that's why I say it might not be the most exciting episode to date, but I think there are some changes that we really are going to need for the future of the series. But before I show you the new cards, I want to show you some new cards. Those cards weren't part of the things that I bought. As you can see, those are tokens and field centers I did. I just wanted to show them in this episode, since I really like how they are looking. As you can see, no ring light, because I turned off the ring light and I bumped on the camera, but some LED strips. So I thought that might look better, because I tried to dampen it a bit. It doesn't work. So in the end, it's a-okay. I think I will get both on, and then everything is lit up. So some tokens, as you can see, secret rare tokens, field centers as well that are holographic. That's double sleeved, so you can't see much. And those for the ThePokeMonarch and TCG Wolf. I still have more. Where are they? Those. And look at this. I'm so proud of this. This looks so clean. I love that so much. And this one as well. The buff boy. TCG Wolf's buff boy. Just wanted to show them on camera and not just on stream. And yeah, I streamed recently for about 2 hours, just doing some test streams and looking if that is in the realm of excitement. And that's what we are getting. No, not just one Twin Twister, but 2 Twin Twisters. Those going to the side deck. Decided to go with 2 because I only had access to 2. I didn't buy them separately or individually. I had them lying around. I'm going to pay still for them. I think I still had a third one, but I couldn't find it. So in the end, I was fine with it, going for 2. Then 2 more D barriers, because I feel like we could use those, since when I cite D barrier, I haven't seen it. That is an issue, and that's why we are going to need more if we are going first. And Solemn Warning, yeah, German names, so the other ones were pretty close, but that isn't even close. Solemn Warning is in there as well. I think we could use any of those in the particular moment. I'm going to make a nice shot for the thumbnail. Yeah, maybe I will just use the Twin Twisters. I'm not sure, since I don't want to spoil the whole episode opening. So yeah, that's what we got. It is not as exciting as I already stated, but left the side deck have 1 Compulse, 2nd Compulse, 1 Torrential, yeah, the oldest one, that didn't look as good, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 World Legacy Clash. I have never found myself citing that in. I actually never found myself citing that in, but those came up a bit. But looking at the rest of the side deck, I thought those were the best fits. I still have cards in the side deck that are definitely going to be used later in the series. And other than that, I think that's it for this week's opening. Next week is episode 15. And if I'm correct, next week is going to be big, and I'm going to tell you very big. I hope you are looking forward to that. Other than that, that's it for this week's opening. Jump straight into the duels. So for the first duel, we are as always up against the ThePokeMonarch, and he starts with a Pot of Desires and gets out his alternative dragon and then goes into the Spirit Dragon. I think, okay, I'm going to fuse both away into Sunrise and get the Miracle Fusion, and both get negated. And yeah, that gives me absolutely nothing, and I thought, okay, I'm going to Regeki that. And I completely blanked. Why did I do this? He could get out his red Moonlight Rose Dragon shit thingy. And I end my turn after hitting in with Sunrise. I then strike the alternative dragon. He gets out Hope Harbinger and his White Stone of Ancients and hits in for a lot of damage. I try to e-call because I misclicked. I didn't want to e-call there. I did, so he could negate and steal that and hit in for 3,600 straight into my face. And I top decked the Effect Veiler. Yeah, that's not happening today. Game 2, I make him go first, and he uses the Melody, gets alternative and the normal Blue Eyes, sets 1 and passes. I'm here like, okay, I do the Ferris combo and get a Search, get the increase in the Spell and Trap Zone, get it out, go into the Vion, dump the Malicious, then normal summon the Stratos to get Honest Neos in hand, and banish with Vion to get Polly. Then get out the Malicious and go into Cross Crusader. I fucked up a bit because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to go into the Wonder Driver and then Mask Change below that. And then he D-barriers me and completely ends my turn. I just hit over the alternative Blue Eyes thingy. But he has Honest. And then, yep, I have to bring out the Dyne Attack. I get back the Liquid Soldier, set the increase in the Spell and Trap Zone, set 1 and pass. I then get out the Vion, all on his turn, dump the Shadow Mist, so I get a Search. I get the Search for Solid Soldier. And then I Mask Change the increase into Darklaw. At this point I was pretty sure about the game that I would have it in the back, but he gets out the Spirit Dragon and hits over Darklaw. He then negates my increases effect, which I would have gotten into the Spell and Trap Zone, and he gets Azure Eyes, blue-white dragon thingy, which doesn't make it untargetable. I E-call out, and with Stratos I get another Stratos, then go into Dread Decimator and hit over the Azure Eyes. That is a beefy boy, because there are a lot of names in the graveyard. He gets his White Stone of Legend and goes into Linkuriboh, brings out Levianeer and goes into Triple Burst, then into Pisty. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Collapse Serpent comes out and Sayuja, and there he made the mistake to make it just 2 material Sayuja. But he unfortunately pops my Dread Decimator. Can't attack with Azure Eye, with this alternative Eyes. That was good. I get the increase in Spell and Trap, and I top deck Miracle Fusion, which would have been the plan to go for, but that makes it a lot easier. I go into the Absolute Zero and tribute it for increase, which clears the entire board, and I get out the Solid Soldier and can special summon the Stratos. I then have a lot of plays that I can do here. I get back my Shadow Mist, get the Mask Change from the special summon, and from there he knows there was no way he's going to come back from this. I already had nearly game on board. I think I could have gone to Mask Change. That was the longest and most stressful game of my entire life to date. Oh my god. Game 3, unfortunately I have to go first. I don't like to do that, and I go for Stratos, search a Liquid Soldier, and go into Absolute Zero just to have something on board that could negate him. Set 1, pass. He just sets 3 and passes, and I'm like, oh no, that's not a good sign. But with Ferris, I try to go for my combo, discard Vion, but that didn't happen, and I swing in for 4,500. Yeah, from there he just sets 1, that was an Ash Blossom by the way, and I Rota, get out Stratos, and with Stratos I can clear the entire back row, so I wasn't scared of anything, and I can hit in for 3,400, leaving with 100 life points, which was like nothing, and he didn't top deck into anything that he could use. Unfortunately, after that amazing game 2, he just couldn't play through that game 3. For the second match, I was playing SteelGymGaming, who was playing his sealed only Harpies deck, and he right off the bat negates my Fusion Destiny, but I still had some backup plans, getting out the Vion with a Solid Soldier, dumping my Shadow Mist, and that gets called by the grave. So no search for me, but I still swing in for 2,300. He actually brings out the Harpy Lady and uses Elegant Egotist to go into the Cyber Harpy Lady, and he could swing over my whole board. From there I was a bit unhappy, but my Stratos gets the buff from his Harpy Lady 1, I think it is, and could swing over it. So his Cyber Harpy Lady was bigger than my Stratos with his shield thingy, and I bounce it back to his hand. He just normal summons back out, and it's my turn. I have the Ferris and discard Malicious, which is like perfect and full combo, and I get increase, and the Vion activates effect, dump Shadow Mist, so I get another search for Solid Soldier. I then banish Polly and get in Malicious out, go into Cross Crusader, and then I get a Ghost Belt, but I could special normal summon the Solid and get the Liquid out, go into Sunrise, and as you can see, that is more than enough. I probably overdid it here a bit. That was not my intention to flex here. I just wanted to make it sure. I didn't know how his deck was looking, but that was game 1. Game 2, he made me go first. Unfortunately, I don't like that, but I had Fusion Destiny, and I could, I think, go for full combo. If I'm looking at his hand, I don't remember it completely, but yeah, that's full combo. I get out Liquid Soldier, get the the Shadow Mist back from grave, and have Mask Change. Set 2, pass, and on his turn, yep, there comes the Dark Law. And Dark Law fucks with a whole lot of decks. So he gets out Harpy's Hunting Grounds and Harpy Queen, targeting my back row, which was a strike, and yeah, sure. He then hits over my Liquid Soldier, which wasn't a problem, and I top deck into Miracle Fusion, which is like very good and completely makes it null and void what happened last turn. I get out the Absolute Zero, discard a hero lives from the effect of Liquid Soldier, and hit in for game. For the third duel this week, we are playing against Sai, and as you can see, it's a remote duel again. Slightly different setup, since I figured that might look a bit better for you to watch. We will see if I will keep it, but I like it. It's not finished, some lights are missing. He is playing Time Thieves, and on his turn 1, he gets out his Redoer and sets 2. Unfortunately, his Redoer attaches my Ash to himself. Then I try to activate Ferris and E-Call. Both get negated by Solemn Strike and Ash Blossom. So I just normal summon my Stratos, search Solid, and pass. He attaches the Torrential Tribute and my E-Call from Grave, as well as later my Stratos, and can go into a 6 material Zeus. Or 7 material, I'm not sure, but 3 fucking board wipes and sets 1 back row. I from there normal summon Solid Soldier, special out the Shadow Mist, and get the Search, but Zeus. Next turn I take 3000 to the face. I then activate a Hero Lives, get the Shadow Mist, get another Mask Change Search, and Zeus number 2. I then Mask Change my Solid Soldier, which I normal summoned, into Diane, and that gets Zeused as well. I'm not sure if I played this correctly rewatching this, but I get rid of the Diane, but I special summoned from the Solid Soldier effect afterwards. I'm not sure if I did this correct. Please correct me in the comments. Please don't roast me. I didn't do it on purpose if it was wrong. But I got out my Shadow Mist from Grave, and I Mask Changed that in his standby phase into Darklaw and get the Honest Neo Search. He was actually in a bit of trouble, since Zeus had no board wipes and was smaller than Darklaw with Honest Neos. So he just sets Zeus in defense and passes turn. I normal summon my Stratos and get the search for Vion. I attack over the Zeus with Darklaw and activate the Honest Neos and swing in with 1800 directly. Yeah, there I noticed I forgot to subtract his Solemn Strike from his LP total. Doesn't matter. In his turn, he draws and sets 2, passes. I then normal summon Vion, and he scoops, since he had no out and no way to prohibit that damage. We actually won against a 3 board wipe Zeus. Wow. Game 2. I go first. Normal summon Stratos, search Solid, set 1, pass. He combos a bit, goes into Tornado Dragon, which I compulse, since it would have destroyed the compulse either way. He planned ahead that far and can go into his Redoer and attack over my Stratos. Sets 2 back row and passes over to me. He then attaches melee, and I'm like, oh, not good. I normal summon Vion, which he strikes immediately, and I only can pass. He attaches my Ferris and attacks me for 2400, and passes turn then. Now my Fusion Destiny gets attached, and it's looking not too good. I do the Solid Soldier into Shadow Mist, getting Mask Change combo, and then he attaches that Mask Change. Luckily I had a second one, getting Anki out. He gets his Redoer out of there, and I could swing in for 4100, unfortunately not activating Anki's effect, which was actually my plan here. But rewatching this, I could have played that so much better. He top decks Regulator and goes off, and actually could OTK me with his Dark XYZ Dragon thingy with, in the end, I think something around 8900 attack, which completely killed me. Game 3. He could already start off with his Redoer because I was going second, and I Gamma Seal that, which we nearly forgot later. And then I Miracle Fusion a Solid Soldier and Liquid Soldier into Absolute Zero and swing over the Gamma Seal, which I nearly forgot. We discovered that next turn. Then I Solemn Strike his Regulator, which would have been terrifying. He just sets a third back row and passes to me. I normal summon Stratos, set Honest Neos and swing in for 6,800 damage. My god, words are hard. And then on his turn, he draws and scoops. So we actually won this episode. Wow, we actually won that game. I'm so happy. In the end, good episode. And before I talk any longer, I want to point your attention to one thing. Nearly 50% of the people that are watching those episodes aren't subscribed to the channel. And I want you to look down there, bottom right, below the video. Is there the button red or is it gray? If it is red, you haven't subscribed to me, which is free. And you wouldn't miss any other uploads. So you are always up to date with the series. If you have, congratulations, pat yourself on the shoulder, and you can leave a comment that you've always been an OG subscriber to the channel. Kidding. All jokes aside, next week we are going into episode 15, and I already teased that episode 15 is going to be a series changer, to be completely honest. It's going to change a few rules of the series going into the future of it. So I'm not sure right now what I'm going to add for the deck, but I'm thinking of something that you might like. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do that. It helps out the channel a lot. Give it a like, and maybe you can share it with your friends if they are into Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Or your grandma. I don't know. Maybe you have a cool grandma. Other than that, see you in the next week where the next episode is coming up. Same time, same day. See you then. Bye bye.